of Evangel, because I think he has better way of lecturing you people on how Evangel art started, and then how it is right now. And since we are talking about the forthcoming anniversary, and after the anniversary came the Evangel art as a platform, and so I just want you to sit back, relax, as he downloads everything you need to know. And look at his gestures already, and I'm like, am I lying? Mr. Solomon Sambo Sabi, you're welcome.
Magdalene Azal. Like you always call your name. Azal.
Yeah, Azal.
So you set me up.
Well, it's not really a setup like that.
Because the introduction, the introduction is just sounding like a setup to me, like me downloading everything. So I'm wondering, so from now henceforth, I'll be the one to be on the show. Like, I'll be the host. You are no longer the host. Or...
Okay, well, this is tricky. From today, I will not bring you again.
Right? You're doing well. Yeah, just on a lighter note. But when you said I'm the one that we download, because you are capable, and then the station feel, for now you are the right person. That's why you are handling the show, and you're doing well. Anytime you come, this is what we are all about. This is what we are doing. This is the next thing to happen, and then people are following and they are getting updated for what we are doing as Equa Television, and particularly as Evangel, and which is kudos to all our supporters, for even believing in us and then supporting us with prayers, with their finance, and everything, even with their comment, their calls. We feel encouraged anytime, our viewers call and say, okay, we are enjoying the show and you should do well, we should do more, and then call and say, what about this? And we give them updates, and they call and they said, we are praying for you. All those things are the ones that are keeping us moving, and then we will not stop until we take the last breath.
Of course.
Yeah.
And what really intrigues me is that it's just like 4 years, and this station is the achievements we've achieved, or the the things we've achieved already. It's more like this station has been around for 40 years. Sometimes I'm like, just 4 years on air, and we are this far, and then we are still growing, and we acknowledge the fact that we and what if you want to learn, you have to unlearn. You have to look like, okay, you don't know, so that you just accept the fact that, okay, this is me.
Learning comes with an open heart.
Yes, like, okay, I am willing to learn. I am willing to open up and see what other people can bring. And it has really helped us. We have really moved on. And kudos to, the people who started it, and then where it is right now. It is remarkable.
Yeah, it is. When you look back, and then some few months we're going through some clips that lay our hands on, and then we begin to see people, some of them you have even forgotten how they were then. They're like, you're like, so okay, so see this guy, this is how he came, particularly during the TEDs, the Equa Talent Show event, which is one of the show that really draw the youth attention, not only the youth but even the parent, to Equa TV, which I will say is the foundation of Evangel art, if you permit me, because when the GM was like, I have this passion and I feel we have everything in Equa that we can boast of. No matter, name it, whether in the city or in the rural areas, we have materials that we can boast when it comes to art. Yes, because we can, if you look at it from this part of the world, we can gladly and boldly say that we are the biggest denomination around here. Yes, in the north, Equa, because Equa can boast of over 20 million communicable members. That is it. And if you are talking family, begin to calculate and said, okay, if you have this particular member, you know, you check the household, there were 6, 7, 10, some, you know, and then you multiply like that, like that, like that. So, and then he looked at it and said, okay, the world is changing, you know. And then I remember during the ECAMS 2021, you know, when the ECWA General Secretary visited us, you know, he said something. He said, everything now in the world is changing. You know, the gospel is the same, but the method has to change. If you remember those days, you don't even clap. You don't clap while singing. You have to stand attention, you know, to give honor, reverence to God. You know, you don't make noise, you don't turn anyhow. Like, that was the pattern. But gradually now you can see how churches are being touched, you know. Just that when you enter, you feel comfortable, you know, people bringing lights, people bringing first class sound, that when you are listening, you don't have any frequency that is irritating. You understand? Like, whatever you are listening, the sound is crystal clear. Now people are building a full-fledged media that has to do with the audio visuals. Like, when you hear the sound, it's clean. When you see the picture,
And you know, funny thing,
it's tight.
before now, churches don't really care about, they didn't really care about sound, because they just feel like music is not, you know, something, you know, the church should really focus on or invest on. They would rather feel, okay, the pastor should be the one, you know, that takes the glory, even though, yes, we know that the pastor is the one leading the church. But what with the way, just this way you said, the world is evolving now, and then people have come to understand that music has a place in the church.
Yes.
And then the youth have a place
It's quite
in the
unfortunate
church.
that we are understanding it now.
It is, but thank God we understand it now.
It's
Just
not late.
imagine, it is not late.
not
It is
late.
never
Too
late,
late,
you know,
yeah.
until when you don't do it, and that is when, you know, everything goes bad. But thank God we understand it now. And that is why, you know, when ECWA TV came up, Evangel Arts of ECWA, and then one thing I like, one of the events, you know, that actually brought people together, you know, getting artists, getting, you know, good artists out there, because we have them in ECWA, just the way you said, we have the materials, we have the talents. So why can't we promote these people? Because these people are more like, you know, they're just out there, and if the church doesn't take them, the world will. So that is why, you know, Evangel Arts of ECWA was put together to bring these artists together. And one of the platforms that was given to them was the ECWA Talent Show. You know,
you're right.
And
You see, laying the foundation, that brought us to this particular stage. Because when you said, okay, we have the human resource, we have everything that it takes. Okay, how do we harness that? How do we bring them to limelight? Like, how do we bring them to know that truly they have something? You know, initially, not only ECWA, but so many ministries don't even understand that music, if you are a Christian, first of all, you are called to be a Christian before any other thing. And whatever you are being given, just know that it's part of the ministry, because anybody that is a believer of Jesus Christ, automatically you are an evangelist. And whatever you are being given as a gift, you know that is to enhance that evangelism in you, to bring somebody into the kingdom. But most people don't see it. They see it in the aspect of fame, trying to generate, to create name for themselves, forgetting the author. You understand? So now we now said, okay, we shouldn't, yes, we have everything, but the way we implement it, we are doing it wrongly. And that's why people are growing with that notion, that perspective of let's just do it this way, our own way, not really minding the author, the giver of the gift. So at the end of it, you find out people are pursuing something different outside of the ministry. Number one, do the artists or those that are good in art, like know that what they got in them, that what God has given them is part of the ministry? Because number one, you have to understand that you are in a ministry. If you see it as ministry, that's when you will give your best. And if you see it as ministry, that's when you will do things right. So there's this gap, and he feels we should close this gap. But we need a platform. Equa TV now came, and he feel, okay, Evangel Art should be the platform whereby we'll come together and then try to encourage one another, try to develop one another. And then if you look at this Evangel Art guys, it's not that they came, all of them, like raw like that. They came with something. Then we say, can we refine? Let's define this. Let's redefine how we do this art thing in our own ministry. Because this ministry alone can give us tithe and offering that it will marvel everyone. Yes, imagine someone that today we will say, this is the superstar that we are talking, that he's a member, a bona fide member, committed member, that, is doing it not in the name of fame, but in the name of ministry. If he's going out tomorrow, if he sells his music, see the millions that people are making in YouTube. If we push, we sell the music, and then they go out there for performance. They travel abroad. They give them money. They come back. They pay allegiance to the church where they are coming from. That means they will give tithe. That means they will give fat offering. We are also contributing to the church. And then as well as bringing other young ones, because they will see them as role model and say, okay, this is the way to go, not the other way. And then when he brought out the proposal, he approached the EE with this and say, this is what we think we should do, because we have this platform. We can't just leave it like that. And whatever we do is part of content to us, as well as, the purpose of creating Equa TV is to evangelize. There are some people that don't listen to preaching per se, like, you understand, but they like to listen to songs. I give you one example. There was someone, she's not a Christian, but there's a particular person that she listened to his songs. She knows the guy's song. Whenever he releases an album, she will sing the song from A to Z. She lost her dad, and then she called someone that she know to help her talk to the artist, so that the person will come to the house and then perform live. Wow. You get the point. So I'm trying to say, look at music in that way. It's through the music she get connected and she feel. And then if you look at the music is a universal language that people understand. So I feel is a vehicle that when we push, people will really understand. And then when you look at how we started till now, so many things have changed. So many things have changed. If you go back to the text that you said, when the platform came, we say, okay, let's bring people. Let's see how it works, and then see how
came registered,
we engage them. If you go back to the clips, it will amaze you. I don't know if you have the clips.
I do, and I have some of my some of the clips I really like. And the first one is, the judges did well, and then one thing about judges is that if you don't have the courage to stand before them, you will just go and fumble, because sometimes there's a way they will just look at you, and then you came to perform, and then somebody will be giving you one kind of straight face like this, and maybe
if you are doing the right thing,
and then sometimes you'll be like, let me come and do it, I know I can. If immediately you see the person, you'll be like, all the battery will just drain down. You just finish the battery. And then, but the judges, of course, they try it. And I want to, there's one particular clip that they were trying to, I think the person was not pronouncing his words in the song well. And then one thing about musicians, what they fail to understand is that your lyrics really matter, because that is what your audience hear. So you have to pronounce them well. It is not like they're telling you you're not doing well, but they're just trying to let you know, okay, this is where you're not doing well, and then you need to, you know, upgrade, or you need to check in and then know how to do things better. So I think I want us to watch this clip from TEDx 2018 because that was the first Equa Talent show. We'll be right back.
The Equa Talent Show.
Work on your diction, the pronunciation. What is Anna?
Honor.
Okay, that's what you were saying?
Yes.
Honor. I thought you were speaking Biron.
I like your deep notes. I give you the honor. The way you come down. I like that the pitch is maintained and the notes are hitting well. Well, whatever I say, they have said 2 no's. But because I'm the chief judge, I have to exercise my power now. I need something different in this competition, and I've not had anybody sing it like you, so I'll say yes to you.
Oh my God, just like we said, you know, sometimes these judges can be so mean. That one is Anna. And then he said honor.
Yeah.
But if you can say honor, so why didn't you just say it like that? You had to do the honor, and then they had to ask you.
You know, this issue of slangs, you know, sometimes you are not even too sure, and then you have something that you call redeem, you know, the tone of the song. So sometimes you twist, you know, words that will go with the rhyme, with the tune, and then the sound. So sometimes that's where we miss it, you see. So that's why, you know, it is important. These are things that we are working real hard to really enlighten, to educate people, you know, about that. You know, these things, there are rules. Yes, we know some people don't have the opportunity of coming before people that are learned in those aspects, you know, whether dance, drama, or singing, you know, but they are just gifted, you know, and they feel passion and they go. But we feel, yes, it is important so that they will know this ethics, because you never can tell where you will find yourself tomorrow. And then you see these judges, yes, they can be tough and then jovial at the same time, you know, but they just have to tell you the truth no matter what, so that you will know that I know so many people that they really wash them, the normal word, like they wash them concerning their dressing. You know, you are serving a true living God that is rich, that is yes, even if it's one cloth that you, but come on, just iron it.
But
just
you know, there are some people who, okay, this is a competition.
Yes.
You're meeting other people. It is not all about you singing. It is about your gestures, your stage movement, the charisma, the dressing. Because if I would be a judge, I would have to judge the entire you. Like, it has to be about
all in
you.
comparison, yeah.
Yes.
Holistically.
So you don't have to say, okay, you have the most beautiful voice and you will come without, you know, dressing properly. It will definitely reduce your mark. But there are people who don't understand that. And then when you tell them you're second, then they'll be like, but I sang the most, and then all that. So, you know, the judges are doing well.
And they contributed, you know, during that time, you know, people follow them because always people are eager to hear what the judges are saying, not even what the singers, you know, are singing. Like, okay, let's hear this judge, what would he say, you know? And
you know, me too, sometimes I feel I prefer the very parts where, you know, the judges get to judge. I don't know why, but it just, I love hearing what they say, and then how tough they can be. And you know, sometimes there are people who are not really ready to do it, but because, okay, this is a platform given to everybody, so sometimes you'll be like,
what's this person doing here?
I don't know.
Do you know that is after that then some people even discover where their calling is, you know, and I say
there is someone, I don't want to call his name, he came to Equa Talent Show as a singer, and then now he's a drummer. Well, we have another video we'd like you to watch, and this is actually on the dance part. The manager, Mr. Solomon, when we get back from this video, I would want you to give me some steps. You know, this is electronic dance. Okay. So after we come back, I would want you, you know, to give your own style again. Okay. Abi, you cannot do
no
it.
problem.
Okay.
I'm here now.
All right,
with my
let's
body.
watch the dance and we'll be right back.
The Equa Talent Show.
An ɓata rawa da tsalle.
You took me to Yankee from the beginning.
And brought us to Angoro.
Then you brought me to Angwan Rogo. So for that scene, I say no.
Oh my God, I don't know, these judges. Okay, that was one of, the dance performances we had in 2018. And yes, just the way you said, some of them went and then realized, okay, maybe it's not dance that is my calling. Maybe I can be a dance instructor than just, being the person dancing. And so many of them discovered, and that is why, after Evangel Arts was set up, we have so many events, so many seminars, on how to groom people. If you have this talent, then you should know how to go about it. It's not only you having the talent, but how do you go about grooming your talent?
Refining
Yeah.
the raw talent that you have. And it really...
When they did that day, trust me.
I know how to dance, though.
Really?
There's this song.
Oh. You don't know
So
how
I
to dance.
copy. Oh, I don't know. It will amaze
Oh my
you.
God, there's this. Let's watch the music,
Show.
Lord, if I could.
Good singer.
women.
Because there are some vehicle of music. They try to put it well.
Yes, talking about Evangel Arts of Equa started after all the things that Evangel Arts now. Let's remind
Right?
please. Evangel, are you saying it is time? So go the programs coming up, yo.